let's talk about that Filipino-American kid from California, who actually might be in the contention for the Calder this year. His last name is Robertson, and he has been a star in the NHL community ever since he made his debut in the Toronto Maple Leafs play-in series loss against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Wait, we're not talking about Nick Robertson. No, we're not talking about him. We're talking about the other Robertson. Because contrary to many Leafs fans out there thinking that Nick Robertson is one of a kind, he's actually got an older brother, and he is one of the better point producers on the Dallas Stars this season. Let's go over Jason Robertson. Another Filipino-American, half-Filipino guy who is over here. And I'm saying Filipino a lot because if you've seen my streams, you've seen my face, you know what I look like. I'm a full Filipino dude. Born in the Philippines, full Filipino parents, immigrated to Vancouver as a child, independent immigrants over here. And as a result, you know, my household, we have the Filipino channels going on all the time. So you can imagine my shock when one day I saw on the Filipino television, the ABS-CBN program, a full-on feature done on the Toronto Maple Leafs' newest hockey player, a guy who is half Filipino, and Nick Robertson. Guess what? The brother, Jason Robertson, he's a little bit older, he's out here doing some really good things, and he's in a position where the guy is literally at 13 points in 16 games played for the Dallas Stars. Now, the reason you might not have heard of Jason Robertson and the whole dominance he has had in Dallas thus far, partly it's because it's Dallas. Dallas is not Toronto. Toronto is Toronto, and Toronto has more fans than pretty much every team in the league. So when you think about Robertson, you think about Nick Robertson and the stuff that he's doing and how good he is at scoring goals, how fast he is, how cool and agile he is as a player. But Jason Robertson is Nick Robertson's older brother. Born in 1999, he's 21 years old, 6'3", 209 pounds, so he is a lot bigger than little old Nick. But you kind of have a little bit of a different situation with the way these two guys play. Because Jason Robertson, for the most part, was always a guy who had good hands, he had a good shot, he had good vision, he had good playmaking, he had good offensive IQ. But the problem with Jason was that his skating was never really the best. He was just simply a big guy out there on the ice, who a lot of scouts said skated like a big guy. And you kind of get what I'm saying here, right? Because normally big players have a reputation for being a little bit clunky, a little bit slow, not really all too agile. Jason Robertson had that reputation about him, which was the complete opposite of Nick. Nick was small, fast, nimble, agile. So, interesting to see the dynamic there, isn't it? Jason Robertson, though, if we go over the quick analytical data point of view of how he has played, in his draft year, which was 2016-17, he was a very good producer for the Kingston Frontenacs. 81 points, 68 games, 42 goals as a 17 turning 18-year-old player, so absolutely lighting the world on fire. He had another year in 2017-18, putting up pretty much the same production as well, so all was well over there. But his 2018-19 is where he really just exploded. He had 38 points in 24 games with Kingston, but a mid-season trade to Niagara saw him put up 2 points a game from that point forward. 79 points in 38 games in the Niagara system, putting his total up there to 117 points in 62 total games played. His points per game was up there as first in the league by quite a bit. And this season is where we saw everything come together. The goal scoring, the playmaking, the offensive tools, the dirty areas, the board battles, they were all there for Jason Robertson. It was good enough to put him in the World Juniors where he was a point per game over there for Team USA. And last year with the Texas Stars, hey, even though he's a first-year rookie in the AHL, he's at 47 points in 60 games, 25 goals too. I'd say he's doing pretty well for himself, isn't he? Well, fast forward to today. And Jason Robertson, after being the top point guy in Texas last year, and I say Texas because it's Texas, the AHL affiliate of the Dallas Stars, he's out here with 13 points in 16 games. He wrapped up a 4-point night yesterday against the Chicago Blackhawks. This is just a guy who, when I see the highlights, I see how he plays in the offensive zone. He's taking control of the puck. He's actually moving pretty well. So the skating, it's not as clunky as people said it was before. He's kind of got wheels now, if I'm going to be honest. He knows how to get the puck on and off his stick in a hurry. He's always aware of where his teammates are, which is why he was able to get 4 assists last night, because he was just so good at finding teammates in open space to catch goalies off guard. regard, and to find themselves good angles on goalies. He had 4 assists last night, which is extending his point streak to 2 games, and he's got 6 points in his previous 2 games. Pretty good. And of course, he's gone pointless a few games in a row here and there. I mean, he's 21 years old. What more do you want from the guy? But even though he is brand new here in the league, he is still one of the top rookies out here, playing on a line with what appears to be Joel Kiviranta and Roope Hintz. I thought they looked really good for the Dallas Stars the other night. Robertson is slowly climbing his way up the rookie point scoring list. And the thing is, he's doing it in a significantly fewer amount of games played. He's one of the only guys here just under a point per game. The only other one is, well, Kirill Kaprizov, because of course it is. But yeah, he's got a higher points per game than Tim Stützle and Josh Norris, the 2 guys over there in Ottawa doing their thing. Not to mention his own teammate in Joel Kiviranta. Joel blank Kiviranta, as said by the Finnish announcer. Not to mention Chicago's Pia Sutta, who's one of the top guys as well. Robertson has a higher points per game. So, you know, as a guy who's here, Filipino and all, it's very cool seeing the Robertson guys doing their thing and being NHL prospects and stars. Nick Robertson was in a spot where he was taken out. He was injured. Sucks to see. But Jason Robertson, the older brother on a Dallas Stars team that didn't start out their season as quickly as these other teams did, and who just don't have the same spotlight like Toronto does, they have their own Robertson, and he's doing extraordinary. So, talk to me in the comments what you thought about this video over here. Obviously, it's a short one. We just want to talk about one guy doing one thing, and I really like just the overall story of this one, so I just wanted to make it into a short little thing here. So, Jason Robertson, the other Robertson who is doing really well in the NHL. Any Niagara or Kingston fans want to go in the comments and share your opinions about this guy? I'd be very, very happy to see it, because just seeing the success story from other Asian North Americans and Filipino guys in general, it's so cool for me personally, because, you know, representation, right? So talk to me in the comments what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.